Good day to you, and welcome to CMST 310, Intercultural Communication, an online course that will take us through the next 4 weeks, Mondays through Thursdays. My name is Rob McKenzie. I'm the instructor for the course. I'm also a professor of communication at ESU. I'm also the chairperson of the Department of Communication, and I'm the advisor to WESS Radio, the university's radio station. In this video today, I'd like to just set up an introduction to the course, let you know what's expected of you, give you some tips for doing well in this course, and pave the way for what we're going to do for the rest of the class, starting with tomorrow. So if you have your syllabus handy, I'd like that to be at your side as we go through what this course is all about. Starting at the top, CMST 310, this course is helping you, if you're not in the major, it's helping you to achieve those 42 credits of advanced coursework that you need, which have to be 300 or 400 level classes. So next up is that this course is taught by me, Rob McKenzie. I have a Ph.D. from Penn State University. My contact information for an online course is basically email. If you need to meet with me in person, I'll be here in Pennsylvania for the first 2 weeks or so of the course. Then after that, I'm heading to Mexico, where I'll be blending in my travels around Mexico into what we're studying, because it's a perfect fit for intercultural communication. At any rate, I respond very quickly to email. This is a distance ed course, or an online course as it's also called. It's going to use the software package, which if you've already been at ESU, you know what it is. It's called Desire to Learn, or its more common name is D2L. So you'll be logging on to D2L almost every single day to do your work for the course, and you'll also be checking your email. It's absolutely critical that when you take an online course, you've got to be on the ball. You've got to be looking out for your email. You've got to be making sure that you know what the assignment due dates are. Otherwise, you're going to miss the assignments and lose a whole lot of points. And that is, by the way, the biggest complaint that I hear about students who take online courses, and that is that they forget. They forget to go on and do the assignments because the course is online. So pay attention to that if you can. You're going to need to have the technology. I'm not going to read that whole paragraph back to you on the syllabus, but you can see you've got to have the technology. You've got to have a backup plan if your internet is down, because there will be timed assignments. All right, so the format of these timed assignments basically goes like this. Every day, Monday through Thursday, with the exception of Memorial Day coming up next Monday, every day, Monday through Thursday, you will have from 12 o'clock noon until 12 o'clock noon the following day to log on and complete the assignments. The assignments will be spelled out in an email that I send out, but you've got 24 hours. So that should be suiting your summer plans, no matter whether you're working a night shift or whether you're spending a lot of time at the beach, etc. You can do this course because you have 24 hours. Moving on now to the next item on the resume, on the syllabus, we have departmental outcomes. So you can read those on your own, but those are outcomes that we want for any students who are taking any course in the Department of Communication. Then we have some course goals, and the course goals are specific to this course, Intercultural Communication. So number one, I want you to be able to use concepts that are related to the field of intercultural communication. Number two, I want you to be able to analyze various concepts, various contexts. Contexts like last week, I went to a Philadelphia Phillies game with my friend. When you go to a Phillies game, you wear colors that are looking like this. If you don't have a Phillies shirt, you're wearing red. It's part of the uniform of the culture of the Philadelphia Phillies. When you walk out of the stadium and you look at a big statue, you demonstrate your knowledge of the history of the Philadelphia Phillies by saying, "Isn't that Schmitty?" A famous third baseman that played for the Phillies in the 1970s, Mike Schmidt. Okay, this is a culture that exists, and we're going to be studying cultures like this every single day. So when I say the second goal, that I want you to analyze various contexts of intercultural communication, contexts like a baseball game, that's what I'm talking about. And then third and finally, as a goal for this course, I want you to develop a self-awareness, an awareness within you, to be able to interpret visual communication, because a lot of what we learn about other cultures comes through what we see when we observe them. All right, now there is a book for the course. I'm really sorry about the cost for this. I choose the book because it's the best one out there. It's by Fred Yant. It's Intercultural Communication. Make sure you get the 6th edition. This guy was my colleague, actually, at Cal State San Bernardino, and I was there for 3 years as a beginning professor, and this book is the best one in the field, so that's why it's assigned. Okay, then we have special accommodations. That's up next. If you have special accommodations as certified by the Office of OASIS here at ESU, which is the Office of Disability Services, please let me know so that I can give you extra time or whatever is required for your assignments. All right, now speaking of assignments, let's talk about those. This is going to give you the nuts and bolts of what this class is all about. So first of all, we've got instructor videos. Every day, you're going to have an instructor video like this one. They will range between 15 and 25 minutes, and I will be setting up the concepts from the readings for that particular day from the chapter, which are then going to inform the quizzes, which are then going to inform the discussion questions. But every day, there will be an instructor video. Some of them will be in an office like this. Others will be roaming outside so that I can illustrate some of the concepts that we happen to be studying. Okay, so you need to watch those. That's the first thing that you do for each particular day. I should say check your email to see if there's any special instructions, but then when it comes to logging on D2L, that's what you're going to be doing most days. You're going to be looking at an instructor video first. Then on some days, you have quizzes. The quizzes are going to total 50 points out of 100. So half of your grade is going to come from the quizzes, so you really need to keep those scores up. The quizzes are on both the instructor video. If I mention anything in the instructor video from my own knowledge, it's eligible for the quiz. And also, and mostly, the quizzes are from the readings. So you've got to have the book. You will not pass this class if you don't have the book. You will not pass the class if you don't read the material. If you read the material, you study the material, you're going to do well on those quizzes. Each quiz will be worth 5 points each. There will be 14 of them. And I'm going to be dropping, I'm looking at my syllabus here, I will drop the lowest 4 quizzes. So you get to drop 4 out of 14 quizzes, which does give you some wiggle room. The quizzes will be timed. You will have 5 minutes to complete the quiz. Yeah, you can use the book, but the problem is if you keep going to look into the book to find the answer to the question, you're going to run out of time to answer the quiz, so you need to do the chapters. The quizzes are on D2L. And then that takes us to the second big chunk of your grade for the class, and that's turning the page now. That's discussion posts. So these posts are worth 50 points, and here's how this goes. Once you finish the quiz, then you'll be required to post a response. I'll be right there, Margaret. I'm just recording a video. Hold on one second. Hi, I'm just recording a video, my instructor video. Can I finish? Yeah.
Wait, are there 2 girls in here still?
Sorry?
The 2 girls?
Oh, I sent it back over to the Science and Technology building.
Gotcha.
You're okay. The culture of a university requires when your door is knocked on to go answer it because somebody may need help. All right, they were orientation guides trying to track down their students from this morning. Open house guides, I should say. All right, so these discussion posts, here's what happens. With these discussion posts is I'm going to pose a discussion question. There will be 14 of them throughout the semester, 5 points each. Just like the quizzes, the 4 lowest ones will be dropped. So you have a total of 50 points coming from these discussion posts. Each discussion post is going to be a question that I'm posing based on either the chapter readings and or the chapter readings plus my video lectures. So you've got to be watching both to answer the discussion questions. And you will have exactly 190 to 210 words to answer the discussion questions. You've got 200 words. You can think of it that way with 10 words either side. If you go 1 word over, I deduct a point. 1 word under, I start to deduct also. I really want you to have a uniform approach that allows me to grade everybody fairly in the class. So please use that word count function on your word processing software to make sure that you've got the right number of words for your discussion posts. And yeah, that's all I want to say about that. Oh, one other thing about those posts. When you write these posts, these must be really well written, carefully proofread, and not written like cell phone text. You're not going to be using the small letter I. You're not going to be using abbreviations like see you later, like the letter C and the letter Y, and then the U, and then the L, and then the 8, and then the R. Now, that's not the way. That's the way we write in cell phone texting, but in email context and in classroom context, I'm looking for you to demonstrate not only that you understand the chapter, but also that you're able to write about it clearly. Okay, now let's go on to the items on my syllabus that are called course etiquette. So with course etiquette, I have 2 items. You've got plagiarism, and plagiarism is basically stealing somebody else's ideas and presenting them as your own. In the academic world, it's a really severe offense. It's like in the real world, somebody stealing a car. You've stolen somebody else's property. So in this class, all of your work must be your own. That means your own ideas. So you are permitted to take other people's ideas and to rephrase those, but you're not permitted to cut and paste those ideas and stick them right in whatever you're answering for the class without citing those ideas and putting quotes around the exact words when you're using somebody else's exact words. If there are any possibilities of plagiarism, I just send that all down to the Office of Student Conduct and let them deal with it. Now, my other area of student conduct I've also kind of already talked about. It's called email policy. My email policy is, when you email me, please use a salutation. That's a greeting. So you say hello, or you say dear, or you say professor, or you say Rob, or you say good morning. You don't just start off with a question. This is part of the etiquette that we want to teach our students who graduate to have, because when you go into the professional workplace, you're going to constantly be seen as an irritating, disrespectful person if you do not communicate in this way by using a salutation. Also, don't use cell phone texting style, no abbreviations. Check your words carefully. Check before you send that email to me. Make sure the autocorrect hasn't gone in and changed one of your words to something bizarre. All right, that takes us now to the section of the syllabus that's called Tentative Schedule of Events. So in the tentative schedule of events, you can look and see what chapters are due for each particular day. So you know, for example, that tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to have Chapter 1 due, and that chapter is called Defining Culture and Communication. And there will be an instructor video, and there will be a quiz, and there will be a discussion post. So you got to have that book, be ready to go by tomorrow. Actually, I have all the way until Wednesday at 12 noon, but it starts tomorrow at 12 noon Tuesday. And then we're just going to go through the book in sequential order. We're going to start to study these chapters as they are presented. There are 14 chapters, I think. Yeah, I think there's 14 chapters. 14 chapters. And that's going to take us all the way through the end of the course. So there you have it. Intercultural communication. I'm really glad you've joined us. I hope you have a great experience in this class, picking up 3 credits at the beginning of your summer. But most importantly, I hope you learn a whole lot. Thanks for joining us.